treating life like it's some kind of roller coaster that you're stuck on and you can't get off, you can't stick your hands out, up, no, like you are just on it, you're riding it, you have absolutely no choice in what direction it goes in, instead of looking at life for what it actually is. Life is not this thing where you just like jump on and you're just going up the hill and like all of a sudden you're just like, oh wow, look at that thing over there, I'd love to go that way, and like the roller coaster goes the other way. Like I feel like a lot of people think it's like that. They're just like, oh, I want that, and then bam, life goes the other way. Oh, I want that, bam, life goes the other way. There's dips and turns and upside down and all this stuff, and you can't get off, and you have no control over what direction it goes in because you're just on this ride, and you're just a spectator, and you're just trugging along, you're just here for the ride, and that's it. What life really is, it's like a video game. It's like a video game where you hit checkpoints and you level up and you get better and things get harder at every checkpoint, and there's scary things that come up, and maybe, I don't know, like a fucking monster or something like that. Like that is what life is. Life is choices. Life is decisions, but life is a constant uphill. Like there is no like, oh, let me just ride around, because as soon as you give your life and you give your decisions and your future over to the circumstances that just arise in your life, you jump on the roller coaster. Now you're just riding along and you are just letting anything happen to you. That is just, your life all becomes by chance, all by whatever circumstances decide to arise. That's the direction that your life is heading in. Meanwhile, if you're playing a fucking video game or something like that, like if something happens, if monster comes out, bow, 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 you shoot it. Okay, that was scary, but like you did something about it. You know what I mean? Like there was a circumstance that arose and then you did something about it and now we're moving forward. Like that is what life is. I don't know if this metaphor is making sense or like relating into this is making sense, but this is like the only thing that I could think of to relate it to, is just the fact that like a lot of people, I feel like they level, and then they stop. And then they get on this roller coaster and then they're just like, wow, this is really fucking boring. Like, wow, this is not how I thought my life was gonna go. Wow, I'm not happy. Like that, I feel like is what happens. We're like up, down, plateau. Like that was a really bad hill. This is my left arm, I'm right-handed. just as an excuse. But it's like everybody plateaus, and I feel like it's after, cause like you're going through school, right? And school is a great example of this like leveling up, because you go from kindergarten to first grade. Wow, you're not in kindergarten anymore. Now you're learning new stuff. And then you get to second grade and you're learning more stuff. In third grade, you're writing and doing, I don't know, addition and stuff like that. You know what I mean? Like you are learning more and you are upgrading your knowledge. You're upgrading everything. Like you have hit a new checkpoint in this game. Like life is a game and you're losing. Like that is what's happening whenever people get out of college or out of high school and they don't go to school, is they start to lose the game. The game was not created so you could just chill at level 5 until you died. Like there's so many levels of life that nobody is pursuing because there's not a structure in place per se that they have to go through that will get them to that level. Like there is nothing in place like there is school. You know what I mean? You go from kindergarten to 12th grade, and then college is set up in 4-year segments or a 2-year segment for associate's degree, or 8 years maybe you go for it. But you are leveling up and you are learning new stuff. And then you get into this job, right? And then what? You learn how to do your job, and then you do your job every day. And then years go by and you're still doing that job every day. Maybe you get, I don't know, maybe you get a management position or something, you get up. Some people do try to climb the corporate ladder, but like what level do you get to if you are climbing the corporate ladder? That's a conversation for another day. That is just something that popped in my head. We don't have to go over that now because I don't want to make this video too long. But like think about the path you're on. What level does that get you to? Because there is an infinite amount of levels. Like there is so much life that could be experienced. And I feel like a lot of us, whenever all of a sudden the weight of the decision is put on our shoulders, we don't take it. We don't push ourselves. We don't say, I want to get to the next level. We get so comfortable at level fucking 5, this mediocre, I'm gonna say that again. This mediocre level we get to, and we don't move forward because we're just like, oh, I'm making enough money, or I have enough to put food on the table, I have enough to pay. You know what I mean? Like even if you get a level above that, I was never at that level. I never let myself get to that level. Not that that's a bad place to be in. I didn't want to be there. I got to like level 6 and I had a lot of money in savings, and I was traveling every couple months, and I was buying stuff for myself. I was buying stuff for my friends. I was fine financially, but I was miserable. So I was still at a higher level. I was good financially. I was, you know what I mean? I was doing things that I I loved, but I was still trading time for money. I was still on somebody else's clock. I was still on somebody else's terms of how much I was worth. Like, I was still capped here. You know what I mean? And my only other levels that I could have gone to was management, love it, more problems, great. No, thank you. Like, I didn't want to be a supervisor. I didn't want to be in a management position because that would have just meant more of these problems. Like, I would have gone down a level in my eyes if I would have taken that. And that's not where I wanted to be. I wanted freedom. I wanted time freedom, financial freedom. I wanted location independence. I wanted to be able to go wherever the fuck I wanted, whenever I wanted, and still make money there and feel like I was actually giving value, not feeling like I was just showing up like a little robot and just like pressing some keys. I didn't want that, okay? I wanted fulfillment, and that is my level 100. That is where I want to get to in my life because it's possible, because other people have done it. And other people, we have the same, I mean, I got eyes, I got a nose, I got lungs, I got a body, you know what I mean? Like, we are the same human beings. I have a brain, I can figure it out. If they figured it out, I will figure it out. If they got to level 100, I will get to 100. I'll get to level 110 if nobody else got there before, because it's possible and because it exists, because we are here having this human experience, and so many fucking people are settling for just this level right here where they don't have to. You don't have to go past that. If you don't want to go past that, that is great. But if you're not happy where you're at, there's a next level that you can get to, but that's going to require more of you, okay? That's going to require more. And that's why not a lot of people make it to level 100. That's why there's a very few, like, limited amount of people that make it that far, because a lot of people don't want the extra challenges. They don't want to level up because they know they're going to be met with more challenges, and they're going to be met with more things that are, you know, trying to get in their way, trying to keep them from that, because only the people who want it bad enough make it that far. But I wanted to put it into perspective in that sense, because a lot of people, I feel like, don't look at life that way. They don't look at life as being something that you can continue to, like, move forward and learn new things and level up, blah, 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 blah. It's a game. Like, it's a game, and so many people are losing. So many people are just letting themselves sit at this mediocre, like, level, and you could have so much more. You could experience so much more. You could get so much further if you push yourself. Like, that is how you win the game. That is how you win, is by getting to higher levels, because that is going to require a better version of you. That's going to require more knowledge, but that's life. Life is change. Life is growth. Life is struggle. Life is struggle. So many people stay at level 5 so they don't have to struggle. Well, guess what? If you go to level 6 or 7 or 8 or 9 or 10 or 100, you will struggle a lot. But is it not worth it? I would so much rather struggle every day of my life than feel unfulfilled. That was the most empty, heartbreaking, hurtful feeling I have ever felt in my life. And I will struggle every day until I die to be better, to have more, to experience life if it means that I don't have to feel unfulfilled. That's just me. I'm not saying that has to be you, but I wanted to put that into perspective for you guys. I love you guys so much. Please, 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 if you don't feel like you're where you belong, then go. Like, just go. I don't know what else to say, but just go. Go do something else. Go level up. Go find some way to feel fulfillment, because that's why we're here. We're here to experience. We're here to live. And so many of us are not doing that. So I just wanted to put that in perspective for you guys. I hope you guys are all having an amazing day, and I will talk to you guys later. Bye.